we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick throw outlined by Wentz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And goes for a gain of 31. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Rager with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25.
Jones.
And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down.
56 yards.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first down carry for Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Taken down.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, here's Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was taken down at the 10.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
The tackle made.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Tackled by Will Park.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Complete to
Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT.
Extra point.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Giants 7, Eagles 6.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On first down, Wentz. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But be able to catch it and come down with it. What do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and 3. They'll run at Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Brings up 4th and 1.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. He may try and run for this. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the
well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he won't have of the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. So after the INT, here's Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Giants take over 1st and 10. at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Wentz now on first down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Right there, 54, right there. Good track. Check three.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Wentz to throw again. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
To Miles Sanders.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Eagles 18. Giants 14.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Wentz going to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Second and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the gun, Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz.
Rager catches it left side.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
About to find out.
Miles Sanders.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Chandler.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Intercepted.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Duke Riley showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Back to throw. This ball complete to Rager. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager, 78 yards. And the Eagles have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have... And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Another run to Sanders. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it and do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Will Parks. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for